friends, what's happening? What's happening? This is Andy coming to you again from here at my Daily Fun Club headquarters. And I just want to make a little short video, tell you about my 1975 Fender jazz bass that I'm holding and playing right now. Today I made a pretty cool discovery that it was in fact sprayed over, you know, sunburst that had been sprayed over. I bought the bass from Dave Fowler down in Nashville, Tennessee. It was part of an estate sale from a kind of a well-known bass player that played it for many, many years. Didn't know much other than that about its history, but I've always loved it ever since I got it. And you know, there was a tiny little bit of, like, you know, just the slightest ghosting of red coming through right here when I got it, and also a little bit on the back, you know, right here. And it always drove me bananas, just wondering if it, you know, I thought, well, it's probably, you know, I had the neck off, and I changed the pickups, and I didn't see any signs of it being a sunburst bass, you know, when I had it apart. I took the neck off, you know, to check the stamps and make sure everything was cool. And, you know, it is a 1975. It's a 4-bolt. And, it, you know, it has it's pre-bullet. But, yeah, it was sprayed over, obviously. So today I just started gently rubbing it with some steel wool. And there, lo and behold, it's sunburst underneath. And I just love the look of it now, even more than I did before. It's just such a happy surprise for me because I love this kind of, you know, dual life look. And many of you have probably seen my Moonshine Custom Rat Rod Jazz, which is kind of like a blue over burst. And that's like one of my favorite basses. So now this one, it's just such a cool surprise. And yeah, I'm really happy. I'm playing through the Genzler BA410-3 cabinet that I just got yesterday and the Magellan 800 head. And this bass, I've done a couple things to it. I put in a set of the NJ4-SV noiseless split coil vintage correct jazz bass pickups because it's completely passive, and I put on a high mass hip shot bridge. Otherwise the tuners are original. The frets are real low. It's not horrible, but, you know, it could use a refret probably. I'm just a little apprehensive. I haven't, you know, made the plunge to get it refretted because these bound necks, you know, with the binding on them and maple, they're really hard to refret. They're not as easy as like a non-bound rosewood fingerboard. So I've just, you know, I asked a few of my luthier friends, and several of them straight up turned me down in terms of being willing to take on the task of refretting it and rebinding it. And then the other thing is that those that will do it want a lot of money to do it. So the frets are low, but they're still, you know, I could probably play it for a few more years like this and, you know, use it every once in a while. If I wanted it to become one of my main performing axes and take it on the road and use it all the time, at some point I'm going to have to get it refretted. But it's an incredible instrument. It sounds fantastic and really plays great. And now that I've discovered this, you know, dual spray over look, I just love it all that much more. And this cabinet sounds fantastic. Nothing slaps like an old jazz bass, an old maple fingerboard jazz bass. And one thing I want to mention before I end this video is just the essence of the front pickup sound of a jazz bass. I said this in another video, and I'll say it. I want to say it again. You know, sometimes we get kind of drunken on the back pickup. You know, we get obsessed with the amazing things that the back pickup can do. You know what I mean? And we kind of overlook what the front pickup can do on a jazz bass. And if you take the tone halfway down and just use the front pickup, and of course these ones, it's great because they're completely noiseless. As you see, I'm moving between them and there's absolutely no hum, no noise whatsoever. But the front pickup sound, got a lot of mystery to it, a lot of amazing possibilities. So yeah, there you go. There's a little video about my 1975 jazz bass. I just love this thing. And wow, what a cool discovery to find out that it's been sprayed over. And you know, it's got all the battle scars and all the gouges and all the wear and everything that makes it so cool. And yeah, this is definitely one of those life keeper instruments. So I'll be keeping this one until the end of my days. All right, friends. Peace.